Hello, my friends. Bogdan's here, and good news or bad news as to some are coming from Curacao today. So today is January 31st, and the government of Curacao has pushed the boundaries for its new regulatory regime right now. So it has wrote a new guidance for regulation, which means there will be more tough regulatory framework for those who operate this Curacao license. So what actually has changed? First of all, this one is going to be enrolled over 20 months from now, and the existing operators that hold Curacao license or sub-license, they will have time to adjust. I believe from what I know, the government has already started contacting operators and given them new guidances for this license approval. So what has changed now? To receive a license, you will need to pay significantly higher fees. So it's 4,000 euros for application fee, and 12,000 euros for a successful case when the license was actually granted. It has also a renewal fee and 250 euros per URL. So if you have a company, you may want to pay 16,000 euro for a license, and then if you have different URLs that you are using for your gambling activity, you may calculate how much you may want to pay per year. So it's a quite significant rise from the old numbers, and it's a good thing to consider if you want to still go for Curacao. But the most important thing is that whereas this license has started in 1996, it was really attractive due to its low cost, starting from 5,000 euro, but also because it allowed for sub-licenses. So you can have one like master license and then numerous of sub-licenses. So it was a real number of sub-licenses. So it was really good for certain white labels. So one company can apply and then sub-license to numerous more. So the costs would be shared, and this is how actually those white hat companies sub-licensing has emerged, and so many casinos would flood this market. So now this is over. You don't have an ability to sub-license it to anyone anymore. So it's now the major changes that you only have to apply for a direct license. So you cannot use it for out of the box solutions like that or sub-licensing. So everyone has to apply by himself or herself. This is a really important thing. So those who who were relying on this particular scheme have now an ability to switch to other jurisdictions. So where to switch? The obvious options are Costa Rica and Cuernavaca. So Costa Rica is a very good solution. It's very cost effective and actually cheap, but it's only available to crypto only casinos. So once you don't accept fiat money, Costa Rica is the best solution so far. And Cuernavaca is one of the good also, but now it has much more strict conditions. So apart from increasing the cost, the fees, apart from introducing only direct application, the Curacao amendments has suggested that there will be also a gaming authority in place. So it's a controlling authority, a kind of a Malta authority, which will actually enforce the policy. So the gambling bill on the Curacao has been introduced in the previous year, already, but not passed through the parliament, through the Netherlands parliament and so on. But because Curacao is a land of Netherlands, it's a Netherlands overseas territory. But I'm sure that this year, 2023, this gambling bill will be legislatively done, so it will be in place, and we will see some major shifts there, because the gambling commission will be installed. How it goes, the analog of GamCare and analog of GamStop will be in place, so that you will also need to pay for compliance fee, and this will be another part of the money. I believe there will be fines for those who would violate this upcoming bill and so on. So it is actually a greater move towards more regulated environment, anti-money laundering, and it was actually introduced through Dutch authorities, through the Netherlands, in a way to fight money laundering and unregulated gambling, because this is actually a pressure of time. So this one goes in first, and it's a real serious signal to consider. So let's wrap up this part. There's only direct application. The fee has been increasing, and the regulatory body which will actually take measures to oversee this regime will be installed in several months. The overarching legislation will be voted for in this year, I believe. So there will be some novelties there also. But what we know, as it always goes, there will be fines for failing to comply, and it will actually involve failing to comply with money laundering, with know your customer, and so on, and also advertisement practices. So what's left here is probably to compare this one, the new regime, with Malta, what is going to be in Malta. So now in Malta, situation is more or less the same. So you have like money for application fee. This is €5,000, which is not returnable if you have been turned down. It's not returnable. You also have the yearly cost of license itself, so it's €25,000 per company, per applicant. And also you have this compliance fee. It's about 1.25 or something % from each dollar gambled or wagered. So it means that you have to pay also some part of your sales to the regulator, to the governing body, to ensure the compliance regime is really observed, and this money goes for administrative stuff and so on and so on. So it's basically what Malta offers right now, but we are also seeing a lot of talks that Malta regime will be more strict on fighting money laundering, and it's actually what's inevitable, as I believe. So yeah, this is the news for today. So I think you might be really interested in this. Another part of the problem that probably have left on the table, but it's obvious, it's what's gonna be with those numerous hundreds and hundreds of out-of-the-box solution, of white label solution that are mostly fueled by Curacao license and Malta license also. So what's next for them? Well, there are two routes here. First is that they will actually, part of them will actually be affected, because some guys would go for a direct licensing and so on. But another part is actually will not be affected, because the new generation of white label solution is actually a formal, like all-around, all-encompassing solution. So you not only have a license like this, you have a paying company and so on. So in fact, the new generation out of the box solution white labels are not just white labels. This is everything. So it's like a whole thing for you, for casino owner, and it's has been mounted into a whole thing of regulation and so on. So it's from one point it's good because you don't have to bother about something changing in Curacao. It's actually enough for you because you are not seen here. So for example, if you take I don't know, Gamix company, or White Hat or White Hat, any. So you may see that you are just hiding away from the facade of this company. You are not really evident, so you don't even exist. Your casino is just a skin. You put all the data of your company that you pay for. So this is just a whole bunch of sites that belong to one and legal entity, one company. It's not the case in inside, but on the facade of it, it's just one company. So you have lots of search queries. What is Gamix casinos, White Hat casinos, and Dama NV casinos? But effectively, those are not in any way not connected ones. But on the face of it, this is the URLs that belong to one legal entity. But in fact, this legal entity is just a skin. It goes on to processing payments and so on to numerous companies that are not visible. So in most cases, this one doesn't relate and cannot affect what's happening in this new generation white labels. But important idea is that if you go for this like easy variant, easy solution, you are really you are in a risk zone because suppose this one, the holding company, let's say Gamix or Dama, and we go broke. So you lose everything, you lose your sales, and you lose your reputation and so on. So it means that this kind of 100% ready solutions are easy, but they are also very risky. And this call for greater regulation will put them into even more risk zone, because once the administrative body in Curacao will be installed, it means fines, and fines. So these are the news for today. These are things I think are very, very important for the industry. If you have ideas or comments here, please don't hesitate. Drop me a note or comment under this video. If you have your questions about that may affect you, because want to listen to my opinion, you don't have to hesitate either. Please get in touch with me. Thank you. Bye.